Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Peanut Cast. My name is Tanner Peanut Metro, and goddamn, it's a good day to be. It's a great day to be alive here on Summoner's Rift. We bring a game number 2 between Team Peanut and Team Metro. As you guys, Team Metro, what the F, David Blaine? Team Peanut and Team Nacho. It's close to Metro, so forgive me there. Team Peanut taking a crushing, Team Nacho taking a crushing defeat in game 1, surrendering at 32 minutes, giving it over to your boys' team. But now, we bring it back to you guys. We've got Nidalee in the top lane, Silas jungle, Cassid in mid, Misfortune, Soraka, bot lane for Team Peanut, and for Team Nacho, Nasus in the top lane, Volibear jungle, Echo mid, and the Sivir brand in the bottom lane. Now, both of these junglers are going to have a fairly standard start, and I think we kind of have to take our eye up to the Nidalee in the top lane, still sitting in base, so she may have not connected, but she has pressed the attack, so it's going to be interesting to see how she builds, if she's going to go AP with the press the attack or AD. But while all of this is happening, Nasus is going to get a few free stacks up in that top lane. The leashes come out. Silas, very, very slow to clear his jungle at first. Unfortunately, the empowered auto attacks don't help too much. So he probably will just go buff to buff there. As we see Sivir getting a little bit of poke down in the bottom. That was all of your headphones messing up at the same time. That was not my voice cracking, I promise you. I promise. So, Nidalee's still AFK in this bottom side. I'm sorry, for the Team Peanut. But on the bottom side, we see a lot of damage coming out. Now, Brand Sivir, a very pokey lane. Soraka should be able to do a good job to heal up the poke damage, though, so not too worried there, I'm sure. There's Nidalee showing up to lane. Uses that teleport, so now we'll not have teleport if they do decide to go for the dragon. And Misfortune, she is just hungry for these skill shots. Sivir flashes forward, has the boomerang blade, doesn't have the range. The ignite was also used by the brand, just not enough damage. Soraka and Summoner heal, able to keep her safe, able to keep her healed up, where the flash keeps her safe. And now we see Silas coming to the top side of this map. He's got his red buff, he's got his blue buff, he hits level 3 off a couple of minions. Now Nidalee is trailing a little bit behind. She tosses out the spear, not gonna find anything there. Yeah, a very interesting lane. Nasus only up 5 CS after having that lane to himself for the first few minutes. Now we see Echo going in, hits the stun with the parallel convergence. Timewinder getting a little bit of damage, but Cassin going to be okay. Not even threatened to use one of those potions. And now Volibear looking for something on the top side, but has to be careful. The flash coming out from the Silas has the auto attack. Not going to be enough damage. Red buff doesn't tick him low enough, and Nasus gets himself first blood. Volibear unfortunately not dying. Silas not able to pick that one up. Uses the summoner spell, but he does get flash for flash. But first blood going over to Team Nacho. And Nidalee doing a good job zoning this Nasus out now. She has caught up in CS, although being away from that lane for a couple of minutes. But with that, Nasus is still going to have the experience lead. So Nidalee is going to have to force him out of lane. And even then, he still has the teleport, whereas Nidalee doesn't. She was forced to teleport into lane. But Nidalee going underneath the turret here. The Wither is on. There's the Primal Surge, but it's not going to be enough. Nasus gets himself another kill. And although Nasus getting these kills feels good, I'm sure he would love to have stacked out that Nidalee there to get the plus 12. And if we take a look, Nasus, 39 stacks so far on his Q. So not doing too bad for himself. Definitely needs to pick it up if he wants to carry this game late. But in this early game, we are seeing an early 500 gold lead for Team Nacho. And this Brand Sivir lane, so oppressive. This bot lane may not be able to help. Sylas goes in. Flashing away is that Brand to keep himself safe. There's a chain lash, getting a little bit of damage onto the Sivir, but here comes Volibear trying to turn it around. Spell Shield going to be used there. Now stunned up is that Misfortune, and Snoopy grabs himself a kill with the Boomerang Blade. Make it a second. Volibear picks one up on the bottom side. A beautiful counter gank. A 2 for 0. And again, Sylas just going in, and the bot lane just poked out so hard by the Brand and the Sivir. They weren't able to do much, and because they decide to help out there, they pay for it with their lives. And not only was that a double kill on the bottom side of the map, or 2 kills on the bottom side of the map, not necessarily a double kill, but it's also going to be Infernal Drake. 5 minutes into the game, and it looks like Team Nacho want to stack these Drakes up here. There it is. So Volibear doing a good job here, farming out these Drakes for his team, and now just shy of a 2,000 gold lead so far for Team Nacho. But Team Peanut have nothing to be worried about just yet. They do have that late game casted in. Sylas, no slouch in the late game as well. And if Misfortune's able to get built a little bit, her ultimate will be huge in the team fights. Still very interested to see how this Nidalee builds. She has the Sheen, which doesn't really give us too much. Again, press the attack Nidalee, so maybe... Excuse me, she just goofed on the runes there, and it's still going AP. But with press the attack, I would assume we would see AD Nidalee, and she may still even build towards that Trinity Force. So we'll just have to wait and keep an eye there. Nasus growing himself a nice CS lead and stacking nicely as well. We check back in, and he's at 93 stacks. So doing a solid job, and he is maxing that Q as well, so he's going to have the shorter cooldown there. Not too worried about the Nidalee pushing him out of lane. So typically in a strong poke lane, you'll see a Nasus max his E, so he's able to poke back at a range. And now Volibear actually stepping up a little bit too close underneath the turret, but it doesn't matter. Cassidy gets himself a solo kill. The heal comes out from Misfortune, but it's not going to be enough to keep Soraka alive. Soraka goes down, and another kill on this bottom side of the map. Now 1-0 and 2 on both the Brand and the Sivir here. And the Soraka Misfortune lane slowly starting to fall behind. Very, very dangerous. Ignite coming out from the Brand. A little ambitious there. Wasn't much follow-up damage, so he's not going to have that Ignite to try and secure any kills here. But it is going to force Misfortune back. Again, really strong poke from that Sivir there, hitting these Boomerang Blades like it's their job, because it kind of is their job. But now we're seeing something in the top lane. Volibear trying to make a play for his team. Nidalee does have that pounce, and the cooldown is no slouch. Here comes the majestic roar. Gonna pick that one up. Volibear making sure he gets some kill participation in that top lane. Now 2-1-0 is that giant Arctic polar bear, and he is going to be tanky here, making these plays around the map. And now we see Sylas catches him out in the jungle. Sylas is level 6. Volibear is not. And now the burst damage is just too much. From poke to burst from the Brand there. Now Volibear forced to flash away. The passive is ticking, so he's healing up very well, but he is 3 levels down on this Cassidy. There's the bullet time to clear the minions here. Sivir trying to get an extra plate. Not going to find it. She does find herself a couple of turret shots, though. Has to back away from this one. Volibear playing maybe a bit too aggressive. Still not level 6. Walking into the jungle here of that Sylas. And the ultimate not available on the Sylas either. There's the Echo. He flashes forward. Has the phase dive. Gets a little bit of damage. There's the Time Bender. Time Winder. Volibear now getting engaged on by 2. Echo picks 1 kill up first on that Sylas, but Cassidy trades one back. Now both junglers dead, and the mid laners are going toe-to-toe. Echo very, very healthy after using the ultimate there, and he's got the passive, able to walk away from that one. Cassidy very, very low. Ignite available, but without the ultimate, Echo not feeling too safe. So he walks away from that one, but Nidalee looking for something here. She drops the trap. Echo now AFK. He uses the Time Winder there. Actually, a huge amount of damage. The Ignite is on. Is it going to be enough? Primal Surge to heal up, but one more tick will do it. Nidalee goes down as Kassadin teleports into this mid lane, and he cannot be happy about that. 150 gold bounty on this Echo's head, and Kassadin wants it. He smells it. Chrono Break not available. So the Ellen from Kassadin, he has to be careful. Echo has to be careful. Uses that parallel convergence, gets himself a nice little shield, but not shielding any damage there. Now Volibear finally level 6, so he will have the Thunder Claws in their next skirmish. But we'll have to see where he decides to make the play. Dragon coming up in just under a minute. 25 seconds on this next Infernal Drake. And a nice buy, or a nice dragon for this team to have. Now Kassadin maybe caught out here in the mid lane. Majestic Roar going to get the knock-up. Flips him back there from the Rolling Thunder, but Sylas here to force him away. Kassadin actually going underneath the turret here with the Rift Walk. Takes a couple turret shots, forced to walk away from this one. A lot of damage, but no kills coming out for either team. But we're seeing this gold lead slowly increase towards 3,000 gold for Team Nacho. And there again is the burst damage. Soraka stepping up a little too far forward, and Brand just able to delete her. And now Kassadin maybe caught underneath. There's the Thunder Claws. Not going to find turret aggro. Kassadin forced to flash away, but he stays safe. I cannot say the same for Misfortune. Brand picks up another kill for himself with that Ignite. And now both the mid laner and the jungler for Team Peanut very low here. They have to be careful as Echo makes his way back into this lane. Nidalee getting some nice damage onto the Nasus here. And it does look like Nidalee is going an AD Nidalee build. She's working towards that Trinity Force. She's got the Fade, so she's able to run anybody down. There's the Fury of the Sands. Wither is on as well. Spearfire goes down, and the Siphoning Strikes are going to follow. Plus 12 on the Nasus. And to top it off, Team Nacho grabs himself another Infernal Drake. Now 2 Infernal Drakes on this team. And we can actually take a look at these buffs here and see with the Dragon, they are getting 17% attack damage and ability power. Now, early in the game does not mean much, but if we do take a look and we see a BF sword giving you 40 attack damage, 10% would be, or 17% of that would be, say, 15 attack damage. Or I'm sorry, not that much. It's going to be like 8 attack damage, maybe 7 attack damage. So having the 17% early game, not going to be too much, but as they start to build this and you have say 100 attack damage on a champion, now you're getting plus 17, which is, you know, an extra longsword. And then once you get to 200 and 300, it's slowly going to start to eventually work its way to, you know, being essentially the same as an extra BF sword in your inventory. So nice to have those 2 Infernal Drakes on this team. But we see Sylas actually getting caught out in the jungle. Volibear so very tanky. He's got the Frenzy, and that's going to be it. Sylas goes down, biting off a little more than he can chew against this Volibear. Bullet time coming out again just to clear the minions here. Misfortune trying to do everything she can. She's still 20 CS down. Now Echo goes into the parallel convergence. He gets a stun for himself, and he does, or gets a shield for himself. He does still have his ultimate, so able to ult away and stay healthy. Ignite still available as well. Pillar of Flame, not going to find Misfortune. Parallel convergence coming out. Can they find the dive here? Rift Walk going to keep Kassadin safe, so it should just mean plates in the mid lane for the jungle mid lane duo. And Echo wants more here. Rift Walk available, but he uses it offensively. Ignite is on. Shutdown gold going over to Kassadin. Does he die? He does not. The Triumph proc going to keep him alive. And Echo just playing a little too aggressive there. Kassadin now 3-0-0. Managing to stay up in CS as well. Doing a great job there. Misfortune using that double up to poke out the Sivir, but if it's not killing a minion, it's not doing as much damage. And now Brand flashes, or I'm sorry, Sylas flashes onto that Brand. He gets a shutdown gold for himself, but Sivir trades one back. I'm sorry, Brand actually gets one back here. And now Nidalee in a whole world of trouble here, trying to get away. Doesn't have the pounce. Nasus gets the plus 12 there. So first brick going over to Team Nacho. But a 2-for-1 across the board. Sylas able to get that kill on the Brand, but again, the bot lane just not able to follow up. He goes a little too deep and doesn't have any help there. And now a 6,000 gold lead for Team Nacho. 5 to 15 in kills. They already got first brick. They've got two Infernal Drakes. Right now, Team Peanut need to play the scaling game. Here comes Echo, trying to find something. Nothing just yet. There he is on the Soraka. Soraka flashes away. A beautiful flash, but it's not going to be enough to keep her safe. Now, Echo does have the ultimate available, so Misfortune has to be careful not to chase. There's the damage. Phase dive. Time Winder not going to find Misfortune, but she was not tracking. And now here comes Cassidy. He's got the Nether Blade on. He does find a kill with the Null Sphere. Now, Sivir trying to kite away. On the hunt is on. So is the Spell Shield. Cassidy uses that Rift Walk to get away. 2v2 in the bottom lane, and a 2v1 in wards in that bush. They got the bush advantage. 2 wards are better than 1. And Nasus just doing his best up in this top lane to keep on stacking. 375 stacks. 4-1-1. Working towards that Spirit. It looks like a Spirit Visage, but that might not be the correct buy here. But Nasus in the 2v1. He's just looking for the kills here. He drops the Spirit Fire onto that Nidalee, and just a huge heap of damage here onto that Sylas. One more will do it. Nasus rampaging in that top lane, and Nidalee forced to walk away, and Sylas unable to find anything there. Again, just playing a little too aggressive. Nasus very, very strong, and it's definitely going to take more than 2 1-in-5 players to take him down. Now 1-in-6 is that Sylas. And a lot of this gold lead, although it is 6 to 17 in kills, a lot of this gold lead also coming from the gold, or the CS leads that Team Nacho have created for themselves. Nasus up 50 gold. Sivir up just about 40 gold on her counterpart. Although Echo is down a little bit, the rest of the team definitely doing a good job creating that lead for themselves. Now 3 turrets as well to 0. So this map completely opened up. Nobody's safe, but Team Peanut not giving up just yet. They do find a kill onto that Echo, and now Misfortune chasing down this Brand. Brand turns around, but the bullet time is on. There's the stun to stop the bullet time, and Brand might be able to walk away from this one. Double up doesn't find the bounce, and Brand with a beautiful stun there to keep himself safe. A third dragon going over to Team Nacho. Ocean Drake next on the board here. 4 minutes and 51 seconds on that. But right now, Team Nacho just really owning the game. 7,000 gold lead. All 3 dragons. Rift Herald still available. Neither team picked that up just yet. Nasus now completed the Spirit Visage to try and nullify some of the damage from the Kassadin and the Sylas, but he may not even need that. This Nasus is so big. He is level 13. To the highest level being level 11 on the opposing side. And now here's the engage. On the hunt comes out, and Echo finds one onto Sylas. Nidalee trades one back, but Echo not going to let this go without a fight. But he jumps his way into 3. He has to be careful. He uses the ultimate there to keep himself safe, and Brand is here to try and clean up. So is Volibear. He's got the Thunderclaw's Frenzy. They'll get one on Soraka, make it 2 on Nidalee. A 3-for-1 so far, as Misfortune and Kassadin forced to run away, licking their wounds. A beautiful fight there. Volibear baiting out so much, and his passive healed him up so much as well. So he's able to disengage from the fight, allow his team to continue fighting, and then make his way back in with the ultimate to clean up there. Brand coming from the base, able to get some damage down as well. And while all of that is happening, it's a 4v5, and Nasus in that top lane just taking turrets. Able to take the tier 2 and the inhibitor. The tier 2 mid going down as well for Team Nacho. So 6 turrets to 0, just absolutely huge here. Kassadin now maybe in a bit of trouble. Echo goes in here. The Rift Walk is still available, but he just uses it forward, trying to find a kill onto Volibear, and he doesn't find it. Bullet time comes out. Yes, he does. Another Rift Walk will do it. Sylas goes in onto the Echo and gets a shutdown for himself. Now Brand on the bottom side manages to take a tier 2 bot, but Team Peanut showing some life here and getting themselves a couple of shutdowns. Brand walking up here, maybe in a bad spot. Does find out Misfortune, but there's the burst damage. Heal is on. Soraka heal as well. It's not going to be enough. Brand finds a kill in the 2v1. Soraka forced to walk away, but she runs right into Sivir in the river, and that should be it. There's the Seer picking that one up. On the top side of the map, they're trying to trade it back. A nice 700 gold shutdown here. A 3v1 in the top lane. Nasus drops the Fury of the Sands. A siphoning strike to keep him alive for now. He gets a trade kill, but 1,000 gold shutdown going over to this Kassadin. And this is the game that Team Peanut need to play. Kassadin now 6-0-2. The team needs to slow down and stop just giving over all of these free kills and fighting for really no objectives. That's a nice shutdown onto the Kassadin, but you need to allow him to get to level 16 to just be able to burst everybody down. He's still working on getting that Seraph's Embrace, but it might not be enough, unfortunately. Team Peanut not able to stop the siege. Now 2 open inhibitors, top inhibitor and bottom inhibitor open on the side of Team Peanut. Saber and Brand going to walk away from this one again. Neither team picked up the Rift Herald, so we won't be seeing that. But with this 9,000 gold lead on Team Nacho, we may see an early Baron here. Baron is available. We are 21 minutes into this game. And Volibear working towards a Triforce. It's an ambitious purchase for sure. And now we see Echo coming in. Now it's a 2v3 in the top lane. Kassadin does do a lot of damage. Echo forced to ult away. He gets a little bit of damage back, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Silas picks that one up, and Volibear is now running down too. Soraka not able to find the root, and Nidalee trying to kite away. There's the Primal Surge. She's able to go back into that Cougar, and now caught in the middle of 4 is that Volibear. A killing spree on the Silas, working his way back into this game, and that's exactly how they need to play it right there. They find 2 members of Team Nacho just playing a little too aggressive on the top side of the map, able to pick those kills up for themselves. A 2-for-0 as Team Peanut are trying to make their way back into this game. Now Nasus waiting in the bush, but he doesn't know he's in the middle of 3. Siphoning Strike and a chunk that misfortune. Now she is forced to walk away. Nidalee is here as well. There's a 2v1 going on in that bush, and Saber picks that one up. Now Nasus is trying to get the kills on Nidalee, but everybody just kiting away so well. There's the ultimate Pyroclasm, picks one up on the Nidalee. Kassadin able to train one back. Sivir gets one on the Kassadin. But this Nasus and Sivir pushing into this base. Shortly, this will be the bottom inhibitor. Echo and Volibear coming from the base as well. 3 members dead. It is only the bottom lane alive. The 0 and 3 Misfortune. The 0 and 6 Soraka. The only thing keeping them from destroying this Nexus are the minions. Unfortunately, no minions pushing into this base. The 4th dragon going to be Ocean and going to be Team Nachos. And now that gold lead slowly creeping up on 9,000. Team Peanut just biting off a little more than they can chew, unfortunately. A little too ambitious. They picked up a few kills for themselves. And ultimately, this Nasus is just so big. He's got the Spirit Vicious to stop the damage coming out from the Kassadin, who's now 7-1. But he also has that Sterix, so if he takes a huge chunk of damage, he gets a huge shield, which makes him so hard to kill. And as I'm talking about it, there it is. They're going to chase him down, but it's so many resources used, and he's going to turn around and maybe find a kill for himself. Soraka comes in, drops the ultimate, is going to be able to heal up that Misfortune. Now Kassadin in the fray, going toe-to-toe with this Nasus. Do they have the damage? Double up comes in, but it doesn't matter. Nasus gets 1, maybe make it 2. It's not going to be 2. Kassadin gets one for himself, but while that is happening on the bottom side, Silas already dead in his own jungle, and Baron going to be taken by Team Nacho, and that's going to grow this to a 10,000 gold lead. Nidalee looking for something, but she's going to find trouble. Now stuck in the middle of 2, not able to get away. The Ignite is on. The flash for flash there. Volibear picks that one up. 15-29. Every single structure, every single objective taken has been on Team Nacho. If I had told you that there are 8 turrets taken in this game, I'm sure you would not assume that it was all for one team, but it is 8-0 in turrets. It is 4-0 in dragons and 1-0 in barons for Team Nacho. But Kassadin absolutely nuclear here. Almost deletes that Echo in one shot. Forced to use the ultimate there to stay away. Silas now picks up the ultimate for himself, so he will have a get out of jail free card. But super minions pushing in the base. Pressuring down. Baron minions pushing down mid while Volibear pushes a wave himself in the top lane. This Nexus now being pressured by the creeps. Volibear on the top side. A very squishy Volibear at that. He only has the Trinity Force and the Cinder Hulk. He's in the middle of 2, but can he find the damage? He's trying to damage out that Soraka. There's the redemption, but it's not going to be enough to keep her alive. Volibear gets one, but Kassadin trades it back. Meanwhile, Sivir taking that mid inhibitor. I'm sorry, that mid inhibitor turret. But a 1-for-1 across the board. But this is a support for a jungler here. But make it a 1-for-2. Misfortune gets deleted as Echo steps up to the plate and grabs himself that one there. Now 2 dead. The bottom lane dead on the side of Team Peanut. Nidalee about to join them. Silas and Cassidy going in here. But Nas is just so huge. The Kingslayer going to heal him up a little bit. So he will survive one more siphoning strike. There's the Wither. There's the siphoning strike. The Pyroclasm as well to try and top it off. Echo and Sivir pick up a kill onto Nidalee. That's going to be the ace there. Soraka alive, but not going to be able to defend to the base. And Team Nacho take game 2 in just under 26 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns for me. Leave them down below. My name is Tanner Peanut Metro. I'm an aspiring shoutcaster. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one.